Thanks for having me on your show.
Thanks for coming.
Excited to be here. It's great to chat to you and your listeners.
Tell us about your band and how long have you been together, and what made you go with Pink Floyd? And they're such an iconic band.
Yeah, they sure are. Yeah, thank you very much. The band started in 2009, and the original members of the band who started out were Daniel Hunter, our lead guitarist, Jason Miller, our drummer, and those guys are still with the band today, and a mate of theirs, Mick, and they just started putting together some Pink Floyd rehearsals, and they realised that they had something. They recruited a few other guys, and before you knew it, they were playing around Adelaide in pubs and clubs. The band went through a bit of a change in 2012, where a few of the guys in the band left for sort of various work and personal reasons, and one of the fellas moved interstate.
Okay.
And they pretty quickly had to recruit themselves a new bass player, a new keyboard player, a new rhythm guitarist, and a new vocalist.
Yeah.
Which they did, and which is how I joined the band. So I joined in early 2013.
Okay.
And the last piece of that puzzle was our lead vocalist, Matt, who joined in 2014. And look, since that time, we've been pretty consistently touring all over Australia, playing Pink Floyd music. There's a few Pink Floyd tribute bands around, particularly in the Northern Hemisphere. There are lots. It's a very big industry over there. Here in Australia, not so many, due to the fact that the country is quite hard to get around, being a large place with not a huge population. But we managed to make it work. So we're the only Australian-based Pink Floyd tribute doing the show at this scale.
And when one of you leaves, how do you find another one to replace you? Do you put an ad, so to speak, out there, or do people know other people that might be...
Look, it's a little bit of both, Zofie. So, for example, Mark McNabb, our rhythm guitarist, came into the band on recommendation from me, as I'd known him for years and knew he was a good guitar player and that sort of thing, although he still had to audition. But, that got an introduction to the band. But I joined based on, they were just advertising, and I've just responded to an ad, so I didn't know any of the fellas.
Okay.
So just quite intimidating, just walked in there and did an audition, and that's certainly how Matt joined the band as well, and Mark Dole, our bass player. So generally it's just through an audition process. But look, touch wood, we've kept the same lineup now for the last 5 years.
So you must have been a musician, most of your life? How long have you?
Yeah, since I was a kid.
So it's built in you then.
Yeah, I think like a lot of people, you probably get a passion for it when you're young, and for me it was piano lessons and that sort of thing, and I've always played music, and I started playing in bands, Sophie, when I was about sort of 17, 18, just around town, and I've never given it up.
Yeah. But you've been on. Was you recently on tour, or you're going on tour?
We're kind of in the middle of a tour at the moment.
Okay.
So we've actually next weekend, we're not this weekend, but next weekend we're heading over to Perth and Albany to do a couple of shows there, which are selling really well.
That's good.
And then the weekend after, July 13, we're playing here at Thebarton Theatre, which is fantastic as well. So we haven't played in Adelaide for quite a while, so it's very exciting for us to play at Thebby. And that show's selling really well too. So very, very exciting. But we've also, as part of this tour, we've been right through Victoria. We're going to go back there. We've been to Sydney, but we're going to go back into New South Wales. We're going to do Tamworth and Dubbo and some of those big regional centres. And we're also going to head up to Queensland. Or, sorry, not quite Queensland. We're going to head to Tweed Heads, so just south of the border there.
Still nice.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful up there. Yeah. So our tour is not going to wrap up till November. So plenty of gigs still to do.
Dedicated really to the authenticity. Do you stick to the real way it is? Is that what do you realise that's what people want? And if they don't want that, do they let you know?
Such an excellent question. So Pink Floyd fans they really are pretty passionate about the music.
Okay.
And what we advertise and attempt to deliver is the fact that if you come to one of our shows, you will hear the songs pretty much exactly as you remember them from your records that you've got back at home.
Okay.
So we really try and deliver that. So we don't dress like the band. I don't wear a wig or anything like that. But it's all about creating the sound that people can recognise and go, oh yeah, it brings back so many nice memories of my own Pink Floyd music. And you know what, music's great. It can evoke memories from when we were younger in a certain time in our lives and that sort of thing.
The first album my brother bought was Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Pink Floyd, and they do such a great variety of music as well. They do instrumentals and all sorts of. It's not just the ones that you actually hear all the time. There's a lot out there that don't get played that people don't even know, but they do.
Yeah, you're so right, and I think that's a big part of the appeal of the music. There's so much variety and complexity to it, no question. So we really try and recreate that, and the other thing we try and do, Zofia, is create a good light show. You know, we've got videos and light shows, and
I've noticed,
as any Pink Floyd fan would know,
it's a very visual thing.
It sure
Pink
is.
Floyd's always been a visual.
Spot on.
band.
It's that whole. It's the music, it's the feeling, it's the atmosphere. So we really try and recreate that for the people who come along.
That's right. Well, that would be, it sort of wouldn't be right without it, would it?
Correct.
You'd be
spot on.
You're sort of half missing something if you're not getting all that visual part with it. So. But sounds that's. So when are you going to the Thebby Theatre?
So it's July the 13th.
Oh, the 13th. So that's coming up pretty quick.
Pretty soon. So not this Saturday, not next Saturday, the one after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, righto.
And there's still some good seats available too. So if people want to jump on onto the Ticketmaster website and buy some tickets, they can. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. So what's your fan base like?
A real mix. I'd say the majority of our audience are in that baby boomer sort of category.
Oh, I know.
In saying that, though, we do get a lot of young people to our shows as well, and often there'll be people who've been introduced to the music maybe by dad or mum,
exactly.
or an older brother or sister.
Yep.
We get a really wide range, and we've had people come to the show who have seen the real Pink Floyd, and they come and say lovely things to us afterwards, which is great.
Yep.
And look, you asked before why Pink Floyd. Well, we're fans as well. We love the music. I mean, if you're going to play in a tribute band, and we spend thousands of hours rehearsing this stuff, if you don't love the music, you'd go insane. And so we really do love it.
Yep.
So we just love, like, every time we do a show, we meet the audience afterwards, and we just love chatting to them and sharing stories about Pink Floyd and what it means to them, and it's absolutely fantastic. But we get some wonderful people and hear some great stories when we meet our audiences after the show, for sure. Yeah.
And who decides what you're going to play that night? Do you have a set for your set list?
Good question. So what we tend to do is we tend to build a show and then take that show on the road for a couple of years.
So you do the
it's because there's a bit of a theatrical element to it as well.
True.
Yeah, absolutely. But at the moment, Zofia, we are doing the entire Wall album because this is 2019 is the 40th anniversary of Pink Floyd's The Wall album coming out.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so we're doing it the whole thing from start to finish. And so that's the show at the moment. It's the entire album, The Wall, plus if we're lucky enough to get asked back for an encore, we whack a few extra greatest hits in there as well that are off the wall.
You've got a lot of experience, haven't you, between all of
sure
this,
have.
So that's a really good thing.
Yeah, so I mean, all of us have been playing music for 25 plus years.
Yeah.
And playing live in front of audiences. Now, obviously, this band is at a pretty big scale, so this is. But all of us have been cutting our teeth in pubs and clubs throughout our career. And Mark, our bass player, he was touring all around. He's originally Victorian. He was touring all around country New South Wales and Victoria, playing, would you believe, country music for years and years.
Right.
And the rest of us have played in various rock and blues. Matt, our lead singer, was in a Beatles tribute act before he joined us. So we've certainly between us we've probably got like 120 years experience playing music live in front of people, but that stands you in good stead when you're playing for big audiences and complex music, demanding music. You've got to concentrate, get it right. Like we said before, Zofia, people are expecting they're expecting a certain thing, and we really pride ourselves on delivering that.
Because I've had a quick look at your pages and that, and you do absolutely, you are authentic, and that's what it says, and to create the wonderful sights and sounds of what you actually are doing out there, And,
for sure.
And I think it's a good thing, like having tribute bands and that. Some people can't get to see the real thing, and it's great to be able to just go buy a ticket and go and see somebody that you really, really admire and have a great experience.
For a Pink Floyd fan, if you want to hear the music live, these days the only way you're going to get to do that is to go and watch a tribute act.
Yeah.
And, we really attempt to give that feeling. And like I said to you before, so many people have great memories of the music.
Yeah.
And it's just about trying to give them those lovely memories. And, it's a really nice connection that we can make with our audiences by being able to do that.
Where do you practice?
So we've got a rehearsal studio here in Adelaide.
Yep.
And we're really lucky because it belongs to us. So
Nice.
it's our own facilities, so we can just set up our
Excellent.
gear in there.
Yep.
We can go in.
Yep.
You know, the hardest part about being in a band is not just having to pack up and pack down at
Yes.
the end of rehearsal. We
Oh, yeah.
we don't really have to worry about that, which is great. And we've got our own soundproof sort of set up there, and we can really work in on getting the songs 100% right. And we do practice a lot, and you need to, because it's not the easiest music to play.
No, I can understand that actually. It's not just your standard guitar and drums, is it?
Well, there's a bit to it, and as you mentioned before, our audience expect it to be correct.
Yeah.
So we hold ourselves to a high standard. But yeah, it's great. You know, I find practice fun. Like I enjoy it. It's fun. And these guys are not just my bandmates; they're my mates.
Yeah, yeah.
And we really enjoy each other's company, and we have a bit of a laugh. And, you know, it's good fun.
Anyway, look, tell us again where you're going to be playing and where we can follow you and.
Great, thank you so much, Zofia. So we are going to be playing on Saturday the 13th of July at the wonderful Thebby Theatre.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, so we're really looking forward to that. It's our third time playing there, but we haven't played there for 3 years, so we're really excited to come back. We don't play in Adelaide a lot because we tour around the country so much, so we're very excited. For us, it's like a football team playing in front of their home crowd, so we're really excited to do that.
Yeah.
People can connect with us either via Facebook. They can just type in Echoes of Pink Floyd and we'll pop up there, and you'll pretty quickly work out it's us. We're the Aussie guys, and we've got about 6,000 or so likes, maybe up to 7,000. I'm not too sure. And you can also, if you want to jump onto our website, we are www.echoesofpinkfloyd.com.
Okay, all right. Oh, look, thank you for coming in. Anyway, time goes really quick, you know.
I've had a great time, thank you.
We talk about all sorts of stuff,
Yeah, love it.
And music lovers, we all unite, you know, so it's a great thing. But if you can get along and see this band, because they have their attention to detail is second to none. So you know, it is absolutely wonderful. So get in there, and if you want to see a great show, go and see it.